morning, and good morning. You are tuning into episode number 11 of the Wunderkind Show. Yo, week 3 of the NFL season is underway. Look, man, we got some hitters today. I'm not going to say crazy games, but we got some ones that I think are going to, have some significance, to say the least. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to run through the entire NFL schedule for today. After the Baltimore Ravens play, I'll come out with another video. And then after that, I'll come out with a video to conclude the entire NFL day in its entirety, when everything is said and done. All right? But we're going to start this off right. And we got to get our best foot forward. So let's get to it. First off, we got Saints versus Panthers. Look. I'm not wavering from my picks. I said the Carolina Panthers will be making the playoffs this year under the guidance and quarterback play of who? Baker Mayfield. I know a lot of people don't think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback, not a great quarterback, or a serviceable quarterback, to fix what I just said. Yeah, serviceable. That's the proper terminology for it. And I think that they're going to win some games. And I'm picking them to win today. I think that the Panthers defense gets some turnovers on the Saints and turn those turnovers into points, which the Panthers capitalize on and win by about 5 points. The next game, oh God, Texans versus Bears. Snooze fest. Houston fans, don't come for me. All right, don't come for me. Well, come on now. Let's be real. I got the Texans winning that game. I really do. I think Mills is a decent quarterback also, and I think they're going to bounce back from that tie from last week. Why do the NFL let teams tie? Why? Just keep playing until a team wins. Jesus, God. All right, on to the next game. Chiefs versus Colts. Look, I think the Chiefs win this game. The problem is, I think this is when the running game of the Colts comes alive. I think this is the game that the running game of the Colts comes alive. I think that running back goes for at least 2 to 3 touchdowns today. Rest assured, I don't think that will be enough to beat Patrick Mahomes and those Chiefs, but it will definitely give them a scare. I got them winning this game by probably 5 to 7 points. And Chiefs squeak away with the win, Yeah, definitely. Watch out for the Colts. I think that running game's going to slowly start to establish itself. Bills versus Dolphins. Listen, this is one of the premier games of today. Injury is going to play a major part in this. I don't think Tre'Davious White is playing, and also the safety, Micah Hyde, for the Bills is also out for the season. That means, and I repeat, that means that Tyreek Hill has the chance to go nuclear on this team. Now, will it be enough to overcome the entire firepower of the Bills' offense? I don't know. But get ready for fireworks. Fireworks will be happening in this game. I do not expect the low-scoring game in this game at all. At all. This is going to be in the 30s. It's going to be in the 30s. So I got the Bills squeaking away with the win. Squeaking. Like 35 to 33 squeaking away a win. 35-31. You know what I'm saying? Touchdown drive to seal the game with 3 seconds left. Give the ball back to Tua, who cannot complete. And the time runs out. Game over. Bills start off 3-0. That's what I see with this game. Honestly. The Bills' offense has been elite thus far. Miami, there's still a lot of kinks that they have to work out. Being a Baltimore Ravens fan, I see how fast a team can get up. I'll let you Miami fans know something. If the Buffalo Bills go up by 21 or 28 points in your team, you're not coming back to beat them. You can kiss that baby goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. All right? So, definitely I got the Bills winning that one, but Miami's going to make it very, very interesting, to say the least. If you're playing fantasy, start Tua. Start Tua. TT. All right. Next game we got looking at Lions versus Vikings. Divisional game also. I think that the Lions win this game and win it handily. I know you're going to say, well, look at the firepower of the Vikings. The Vikings are pretty much a one-trick pony. Their running game is not being able to really solidify itself yet and really take reins of this offense. And it's been the Justin Jefferson show thus far through 2 weeks. If he's going, they can win. If he's not, well, they're going to lose. That's pretty much what this team is as a whole. Boom or bust. And I'm definitely thinking that the Lions boom today. I think that they get it. Remember, I told you I think that the Lions are going to be a playoff team, and they're going to continue their play definitely today. That's a bad news for the Vikings, but I mean, you got Kirk Cousins as a quarterback. What do you expect? Ravens versus Patriots. You know what I'm picking. The Patriots to lose. Yeah, definitely. Billy B, Belichick, Billy Check, Billy Check, whatever his name goes by. I got the Ravens winning that game. Look, last week was a debacle. Absolutely sickening. An utter disgrace, to say the least. I'm being nice. I'm being kind. Right? I don't think the Ravens let that happen again. Sometimes you need to get punched in the mouth to learn and to understand, to put your guard up and to take everything serious. You don't let that foot off that gas pedal for nobody. And I think last week proved that to them. And I think that this week starts where they put their best foot forward and they start the season off 2-1. So I got the Ravens winning that 28-10. Good solid win. Lamar, of course, does what he does. 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground maybe. And I got 1 on the ground going to not JK, but to Drake. I think Drake gets into the end zone this week. So definitely Ravens taking that game. Bengals versus Jets. Listen, y'all know how I feel about this game. I'm going to let y'all know right now. If the Jets beat the Bengals and the Bengals go 0-3 to start the season, I will be making a song in tribute to the glorious start of the Bengals. And I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if there's somebody who says like, oh, why are you being so petty? Because I'm Nitro. That's why. Listen, I wouldn't have been, so I'm not petty like this with the Steelers. I'm not petty like this with the Browns. The way Bengal fans have been speaking all offseason, this is their comeuppance. This is how it goes. That's life. If you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Jets, please do your thing today. I'm telling you to call on the powers of Darrelle Revis, your former glory, and take down the Bengals. Oh my! Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, a song will be made in honor of that victory. I promise. All right, so you know who I got taking it again. I got the Jets beating them. Very close game, but that Jets D-line harasses Burrow all game, forces 2 fumbles, 1 that goes back for a touchdown, and Jets come away with the victory. What is that a story for Joe Flacco, for him to, once they win that game, to be 2-1 to start the season off in that AFC East? Woo! That's a storyline. All right, next game, Raiders versus Titans. The Raiders have been a surprise to me. I thought that their offense would have been a lot more fluid than what it has been starting out this season. It has not been fluid. It's like they got their hand. It's like a child that got their hands on a gun, and they're just pulling the trigger, not realizing how to save bullets, conserve, how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much what this offense is. They have been given Devontae Adams, and they're like, well, since we got Devontae Adams, we're just going to be Devontae Adams-centric, and that's not the way to win. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be weeks where he doesn't have to get the ball 10 times or even 9 times because the coverage will roll over, and that means your tight end can have a big game. Hunter Renfro's out for this game, so I do expect some problems. One thing Titans can do is get after the quarterback. And I think that when Derek Carr starts to feel uncomfortable in that pocket, that man turns into the Swan Princess. I'm talking tippy toes. Whoop. All up in there. Tap dancing. So I got the Titans winning that game. Very close game, but the Titans squeak away getting their first victory of the season. I think Derrick Henry goes off. This will be a Derrick Henry signature game for this season. I'm talking 3 touchdowns type Derrick Henry performance. Yeah, even maybe he might even throw one. Might rush for 2, throw for 1. So, like one of those performances, definitely. So I got my money on the Titans today. Eagles versus Commanders. Come on now, I'm taking the Eagles. Like, come on now, Commanders? I don't even like your name. They need to command your owner to sell the team. Listen, Eagles fly high over this one. Even though it's a divisional game, anything can happen in these games. We've seen it. Bad teams in the same division could beat good teams in the same division. I'm not saying anything cannot happen, but if I'm putting my money on it, it will be the Eagles taking this game. Another good by, 10 points. Very solid win. Cruise to a victory. No extra injuries. No nothing. Just a good, solid team win. You get out of there with the W, and you go on to your next opponent. Jaguars versus Chargers. Looky here. I got Jaguars. I'm going to say straight up Jaguars. There's too many question marks with the Chargers right now. Justin Herbert is going to probably be out. Look. Hey! I got money on the Jaguars. I don't care how good that defense looks for the Chargers or how well they can get after that quarterback. If the opposing quarterback cannot put points on the board, you will lose. This is not the 2000s where teams' defenses can win them titles. Sorry, those days are gone. Hey! So, definitely picking the Jaguars over this. Now, if Justin Herbert plays on some freak just hallelujah, and they open up heaven's gate and heal him and enough time for him to get on that field, then I might pick the Chargers. But if he's not playing, Jaguars all day. Rams versus Cardinals. I know what the consensus is. Rams. I'm going against the grain on this one. I think the Cardinals win this game, and I think they win a very close game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. 30-32, 30-33, 35-32, one of those scoring stuff, and I got the Cardinals coming away with that win. I think this is going to be Hollywood Brown's breakout game. 2 touchdowns, 120, 130 yards. I got that for Hollywood today, but definitely Kyler goes off, and he gets some touchdowns, and they beat the Cardinals. They beat the Rams, making the Rams go 1-2 to start the season, and the Cardinals go up to 2-1. Falcons versus Seahawks. Look, I got money on the Seahawks. The Falcons have looked horrible. I thought Mariota would come in there and after being given another shot at starting, would really show out. And he's been utterly terrible. Utterly. My God. With the weapons he has, he's been terrible. So I got the Seahawks winning that one. I'm not really going to be keeping up with that game too much, but because we have to speak on it, I picked the Seahawks. Who's really going to be watching that game outside of respective, fan bases? Just checking in on the scores. Packers versus Buccaneers. You already know this is always going to be one of those bigger games for the season. Listen, I want the Packers to win this game. I do. I just think that the Buccaneers will probably win. I think the Buccaneers win this game, start out the season 3-0. The Packers are ravaged, man, and they have not given Aaron Rodgers the requisite weapons to, make use of his arm talent at all. They have not. If the Packers win this game, it's going to be a close game, and it's going to be by somebody playing literally out of their mind. But I'm not putting my money on that. So I got Buccaneers winning that game. Tom Brady goes 3-0 to start the season. That will be a storyline to watch, as this is theoretically his last season. You will probably believe that the NFL will be looking to keep that as a storyline moving forward. You know how that goes. So, 49ers and Broncos. Look, this is going to be one of those games. I think the 49ers defense tried to get after Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson playing that team so many times, comes away with the victory. You already know. I'm going with Russell Wilson on this one, the Broncos. I think that eventually the Broncos offense is going to start clicking. I want everyone to understand this. It will start clicking. There are so many moving pieces. When you get a new quarterback, sometimes it takes time for that quarterback to gain his footing, understanding what those receivers like to do, the receivers understanding what the quarterback likes to do, the offensive line understanding better what the offense is trying to accomplish. So, and I'm not just talking specifically of just scoring points. Some teams find more their identities as the season progresses. And I think that this team's going to be one of those teams. So, I got the Broncos winning this game. Very close game. But I think Russell Wilson squeaks this one out for the win. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo has a good game this game. He just doesn't have enough. I think that they just come up a little short against the Broncos today. And that'll be the last game for today. Look. We can run back through in case y'all might have forgot. You know what I'm saying? But this is a quick back run through. We got the Panthers beating the Saints. Texans beating the Bears. Chiefs beating the Colts. Bills beating the Dolphins. We got the Lions beating the Vikings. We got the Ravens beating the Patriots. Jets beating the Bengals. Titans beating the Raiders. Eagles beating the Commanders. Jaguars beating the Chargers. I know that that's going to be a big game for a lot of people's parlays. Watch that game. I got the Cardinals beating the Rams. That's going to be another one right there. There goes your daily nugget. And of course, Falcons versus Seahawks. I already told you what I said. Seahawks winning that game. Buccaneers, I got over the Packers today, unless someone in the Packers literally goes nuclear. And to end everything for today, of course, I got the Broncos beating the 49ers. Now look, Nitro is not perfect. I can be wrong. I doubt it, but it happens. I will be wrong about some of these most likely. But I'm letting everybody know now. I know there's a lot of guys that do parlays out there. If you are picking games for what I'm telling you to pick or what I think of the winners are, and you hit on your parlay, please put that out there. Hashtag the Wunderkind show. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know that, you know what I'm saying, we're doing wonderful things. Yeah. And look, that's the conclusion of week 3's run through before these games start. That's what I think the winners are going to be. I think it's going to be a good week 3, solid week 3. And I'm going to be praying for my Ravens, because I need them to irk that win out. No matter what happens, I need us to come out with a W. You feel me? All right. Oh, and I need the Bengals to take that L. I don't care. Petty is as petty does. And petty is me. And I will be petty. So, thank you for tuning in for the week 3 picks. Hopefully, good luck to everybody's team except for Cincinnati. And y'all know how we get down. Episode number 11 of the Wunderkind Show. Please like and subscribe. And you know you could be anywhere else, but you can't stay here. Y'all knows my slogan. Peace. And I'm out. Yeah.